My name's Will Yates. I'm an SEN education recruitment consultant for the Western Suburbs. I recently moved to Melbourne after living in London for 4 years. I was a teaching assistant at a special needs school for 2 years, and then I worked as an education recruitment consultant for special needs schools for a further 2 years. Some of the special needs schools I work with are special development schools. That's schools with children who have high physical disabilities, with an IQ of less than 50. Some students will be in wheelchairs. A lot of the students out of the schools require personal care and toileting, and help with feeding and things of that nature. And candidates who work well with these students, educators who can be quite interactive with children and get down on their level. Autistic spectrum disorder specific schools is ASD specific schools, so all the children in the school are on the autistic spectrum. Some students out of the school can be non-verbal. There can be verbal students at the school as well. Toileting is usually required for most educators out in these settings as well. Special schools, so these are high functioning SEN schools. A lot of the children who go to the school are performing at just under a mainstream level, so they are very high functioning schools. Students won't be wheelchair bound. There will be no toileting required. Students who attend these schools can have visual impairments, hearing impairments, Down syndrome and ASD as well. These are probably the best schools for educators who maybe aren't 100% sure on working in special needs. It's a great introduction to start at one of these schools. The biggest misconception about working in a special needs school is that you have to be qualified. That is not the case. For instance, I am not qualified to work in special needs schools. When I first went out and worked in a special needs school, I had no experience working in that type of setting. Went out there one day and absolutely loved it, and then have been working in special needs for over 4 years since. It's very much just attitude over experience. Schools absolutely love someone who just goes in with a can-do attitude, is quite flexible, is willing to roll up their sleeves and help out with anything. Especially with special needs schools, you need to be quite flexible because there are a lot of changes that take place during the day due to sickness of staff. So the more flexible you can be, the more the school is going to love you, and hopefully you get requested back. You work with some of the most inspirational adults and children you'll ever meet in your life. You have your tough days like any job, but you have your great days as well. One of the most important things to remember is take nothing personally. These children can't express themselves vocally the same way that we can, so yeah, it's very important not to take anything personal and just know that you're just trying to help them for the day. Working out at special needs schools, you'll develop bonds with the students and staff that will last a lifetime. Nothing beats helping a child achieve something that they never thought possible. The relationships that you can develop with these children and help inspire their lives is something you will never forget. If this is something that interests you, please click on the link for my details. As I mentioned, even if you don't have any experience working in special needs settings, please get in touch. I'd love to chat to you.